All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful framework for taking charge of your financial future. And look, this isn't about complicated spreadsheets or penny pinching, not at all. It's about a mindset shift. It's about becoming the architect of your own wealth.
So let's just start with a really direct question. I want you to honestly think about this for a second. We all say certain things are important to us, right? Family, freedom, health, learning new things. But if we had to pull up your bank statement right now, would it tell that same story? For a lot of us, if we're being real, the answer is probably not.
And that is the heart of the issue, isn't it? It's not that we're bad people or bad with money. It's just that so often we're not even really paying attention. We're just on autopilot. You swipe a card here, click buy now there, and there's no connection to the bigger picture. It's kind of like that ostrich with his head in the sand, If we just don't look at it, maybe the problem will go away.
This really breaks it down into the two paths you can be on. Over on the left, you've got financial gambling. That's where you're just spending without thinking, kind of hoping it all works out, and your spending has nothing to do with your actual life goals. But on the right, you have financial ownership, and that is all about making intentional choices, building a system that works for you, and making sure every single dollar is aligned with what you truly care about. Our whole mission here is to get from the left side of this screen over to the right.
Now, here is the good news. Making that jump from gambler to owner, it's not nearly as complicated as it sounds. Actually, the source material we're looking at lays out a super simple but incredibly effective three-part protocol that helps you do just that. Take back control and start building the life you want, intentionally.
So let's get into it. The very first pillar, the foundation for everything else, is awareness. Think about it. You can't possibly fix a problem you can't see. And the tool we're going to use to get that clarity is called the spending mirror.
So what in the world is a spending mirror? It's actually really simple. It's just the practice of tracking every single dollar that goes out. The key here is that it's a non-judgmental practice. The point isn't to beat yourself up or feel guilty. Nope. It's just to get pure, honest data. It's designed to give you a true reflection, a mirror of your actual financial habits, not the habits you just think you have.
So what's the end game here? It's all about clarity. It's about finally ending that financial denial we were talking about. It's about seeing in plain black and white where your money is actually going. And once you have that information, you can ask that powerful question again. Does this spending actually line up with what I say is important to me?
Okay, so once you have that awareness, once you can see everything clearly, you need a system to manage it. You need control. And that brings us to pillar number 2, which is a simple ritual called the weekly wealth meeting.
Just think of this like a board meeting for the most important company on earth, which is, your life. It's a non-negotiable appointment you put on the calendar, a scheduled time to sit down, look at the data from your spending mirror, and make conscious, smart decisions about the future.
And before you start thinking, I don't have time for another meeting, get this. It only takes 15 minutes, once a week. That's it. We're talking less time than it takes to scroll through social media. 15 minutes to grab the steering wheel of your financial life. And the agenda for this meeting? It's incredibly simple. 3 steps. 1. Review what money came in. Easy enough. 2. Analyze what went out. That's where you use your spending mirror data. And 3. Strategize. You ask yourself one simple question. What is the single smartest thing I can do with my money in the next 7 days? That's it. It's simple, it's powerful, and it puts you in the driver's seat. Okay, so you've got awareness, you've got a system for control, but true financial ownership isn't just about managing what you already have. It's about creating a launchpad for an even better future. And that takes us to the final and maybe the most exciting piece of the puzzle, Pillar 3, which is all about growth.
So what exactly are high-leverage skills? Well, these aren't just random hobbies. We're talking about specific, valuable skills that can directly increase how much money you earn. Think of them as skills that give you a huge return on the time you invest in learning them. They create opportunities out of thin air.
And again, let's talk about the time commitment, because it's probably smaller than you think. The protocol suggests just 30 minutes a day dedicated to learning. That's it. A focused, consistent 30 minutes to invest in your single greatest asset, which is you.
So what does this look like in the real world? Well, the source material gives a few great examples. A skill like copywriting that lets you write words that persuade people online, and those words can reach thousands or even millions. That's huge leverage. Sales is a fundamental skill, understanding what people need and helping them get it. And something like coding lets you build digital tools or systems that can literally work for you while you sleep. Every single one of these is in high demand and can directly boost your earning power. So when you take these three pillars, awareness, control, and growth, and you put them all together, what's the real outcome? What does it all lead to? Well, it's about making that fundamental shift from being a passive passenger in your financial life to becoming the architect, consciously and deliberately designing the exact future you want to live in.
And this, right here, might be the most powerful idea in this entire framework. The reason you do all this, the reason you build these systems, it's not just a pile of money for the sake of it. The ultimate goal is to buy back your freedom, to buy back your future time so you can spend it on the things and with the people you truly value.
So, it all comes down to this really simple, elegant formula. The awareness you get from the spending mirror, plus the control you get from your weekly wealth meeting, plus the growth you get from building high-leverage skills, it all adds up to true financial ownership. That's the whole protocol in one powerful equation.
And that really just leaves us with one last question to think about. Looking at this whole framework, what is the very first high-leverage skill that you are going to dedicate 30 minutes a day to learning so you can start buying back your own future?